It's not every day you get to step into the shoes of a god, which is exactly why gamers have been obsessing over Smite since its debut in 2014. But do you know what separates the casual Smite fan from the diehard? Knowledge. Think you know everything about Zeus, Nox, the rest of the godly gang? Think again. There's so much more to this beloved game than meets the eye. My name is Weak3n, I am a professional Smite player, and get ready, because Leaderboard is counting down the 107 facts you should know about Smite so you can game smarter. Let's get started. Fact 1. Smite is a video game that was released in 2014. It is a multiplayer online battle arena, or a MOBA. Fact 2. The characters that you play as in Smite all take influence from mythology. They are all based off of gods, being modeled after them in terms of lore, names, powers, and appearances. Fact 3. There are 71 gods in Smite, each coming from one of the 7 pantheons. The pantheons are divided into Hindu, Mayan, Egyptian, Roman, Greek, Norse, and Chinese mythology. Fact 4. Gods in Smite fall into specific type of fighting role. Characters can be assassin gods, mage gods, guardian gods, warrior gods, or hunter gods. Fact 5. Smite is free to play. More gods can be unlocked through gameplay or microtransactions, and cosmetic skins can be purchased with money, though this is not required by any means. Fact 6. Hi-Rez Studios was founded by hi-rez and Todd Harris in 2005. It is now one of the largest video game studios in the Southeast United States. Fact 7. Game developers who originally brought on Hi-Rez Studios included developers who had worked on the Elder Scrolls 4 Oblivion and Call of Duty. Fact 8. Hi-Rez Studios has also made the video games Paladins Champions of the Realm, Jetpack Fighter, Tribes Ascend, and Global Agenda. Fact 9. The concept of Smite started out as a new game mode for Hi-Rez Studios' game Global Agenda. Later, they reworked it until it was strong enough to act as a standalone game. Fact 10. Smite was originally going to be called Battleground of the Gods. It's been kept, however, and is the game's tagline. Fact 11. The first gods available in Smite were Agni, Anubis, Arachne, Artemis, Bastet, Hades, Hebo, Hel, Hunbats, Kali, Kukulkan, Odin, Ra, Sobek, Vamana, Ymir, and Zeus. Fact 12. The development team for Smite was only 15 people from concept to closed beta. Since then, that number has grown to more than 6 times that. Fact 13. The gods that Hi-Rez chose to be in the game were gods that fought each other in mythology. Fact 14. It takes 12 people to make one god character. These separate jobs include concept art, kit design, 2D art for ability icons, 3D modeling and texture, rigging, animation, gameplay programming, visual effects, audio effects, voice acting, QA testing, the marketing and community side creating reveal videos, and creating and streaming patch notes. Fact 15. There are also a handful of departments that are involved with balancing the game, which include the esports team, the QA team, community subjective feedback, and actual play statistics collected from the live environment. Fact 16. Smite differentiates itself from other MOBAs because of its unique third-person perspective with the game camera directly behind your character instead of the top-down perspective that most MOBAs typically have. Fact 17. Also different from other MOBAs, Smite utilizes WASD button controls instead of having users click the mouse to move. Fact 18. Another reason Smite is different than other MOBAs is because you aim most of your attacks. These are known as skill shots. In other popular MOBAs such as League of Legends and Dota 2, most attacks have lock-on targeting. Fact 19. Smite has a variety of different game modes and maps that are popular, while other MOBAs typically have one popular map. Fact 20. Unlike other MOBAs which are PC exclusives, Smite is available to play on Xbox One. 21. The developers of Smite originally did not let characters jump because they were scared the users would spam it. However, after users had expressed a large interest in the addition of the jump ability, the developers added it in. Fact 22. At one point in development, matches would only last for a certain period of time. The final objective bosses in this game mode used to be a minotaur on each side of the map. When time ran out, the 2 minotaurs from the opposing teams would fight each other to the death. Fact 23. Rachel Robinson, voice of Medusa, Renegade of Wheelix, and Dread Queen Serket, also voiced Sakura Ogami in the anime Danganronpa, and Vorazun in the video game StarCraft 2. Fact 24. Brad M. Jackson voices Bakasura and Hunbats. He also voices Oolong from Dragon Ball Z and Shade from Borderlands 2. 25. Caitlin Glass, voice of Winry Rockbell in Full Metal Alchemist, also voices Isis in Smite. Fact 26. Smite was released by Hi-Rez Studios in March 2014. Fact 27. If you have a great idea for something you would like to see in Smite, there's a chance that Hi-Rez will listen to you and add it into the game. They added Poseidon and Feaster Bunny Bakasura into the game, which were originally fan ideas. Fact 28. The Manticore used to be the opponent you would fight in practice game modes. However, in 2013, it was replaced by Ra. Fact 29. The Minotaur was also replaced in 2014 by the Titan of Chaos and the Titan of Order, who now guard both sides of the map. Fact 30. The Manticore has been added back into the game as a guard for the cemeteries on the Chaos part of the map. Fact 31. The Minotaur makes a reappearance within the red buff camps and in the Chaos Fountain. Fact 32. The pile of coins underneath the Gold Fury in the Conquest map actually have a lightning bolt on one side, and the face of Thomas Holt, Smite's art director, on the other side. Fact 33. The god and sea monster Scylla has more canine teeth than she does incisors. This pushes the fact that even though she looks like a child, she's actually a monster. 34. In the same vein, you cannot see Scylla's feet. She actually does not have any. Fact 35. Scylla is the same height as the lane creeps in the game. The lane creeps are assumed to be the size of an average male adult. This means that Scylla, who is meant to be a child, is actually the size of an average male adult. Fact 36. Sun Wukong is a character in Smite, not to be confused with League of Legends character Wukong. Since they are both based off Chinese mythology, they are pretty similar. Fact 37. The character Goku from Dragon Ball is based off of Sun Wukong in Chinese mythology. Sun Wukong in Smite is actually voiced by Sean Schemmel, who voices Goku in Dragon Ball. Fact 38. Hun Bats replaced the original Sun Wukong before Sun Wukong was revamped and brought back. Now there are two monkey gods in the game. Fact 39. Like in actual mythology, the lores of characters often intertwine with each other. For example, Sun Wukong actually makes an appearance in Ao Kuang's lore. 40. Chang'e is Hu Yi's wife. Chang'e represents the moon and Hu Yi represents the sun. Fact 41. There's a small fresco of Jesus Christ in the Joust map in Smite. After every patch, the fresco is moved to a different spot on the map. Fact 42. In the Conquest map, you can find gravestones with inscriptions on them that reference members of hi-rez studios. Some of these inscriptions include "Never drink Rick's milk," "Tiled everything by hand," and "Quality needs consistency." Fact 43. The Chinese god Ao Kuang was artistically overhauled and changed to be the Mayan god Kukulkan on September 10th, 2014. Kukulkan was visually entirely different than Ao Kuang, sporting a new model, new animations, a new voice pack, and new special effects. However, his base attacks and abilities stayed the same. Fact 44. Ao Kuang was later reintroduced into the game in November 2014 with a new moveset. The biggest change brought to new Ao Kuang is that he now has the ability to transform into a larger dragon in battle. Fact 45. Old Ao Kuang used to yell, "A mighty storm," since he was unable to use tornadoes. After he was reintroduced, he yells, "A mighty sword," since he now uses a sword. Fact 46. Up until a year ago, you could play any character in the game in a solo practice match. However, hi-rez decided that this would be confusing for new users, and now you can only play unowned gods in jungle practice. Fact 47. If you are playing a god with a jump ability, you can use it to jump out of Artemis's traps. Fact 48. You move slower in Smite when you are turned backwards or sideways. When running away from an enemy, keep moving forward. To check if they are still behind you, keep an eye on your minimap. Fact 49. If a Hercules and a Cabrakan on the same team ult at the same time, Hercules' boulder can pinball inside of Cabrakan's wall for an insta-kill. Fact 50. One of Hu Yi's alternate standing animations shows him inside a "praise the sun" gesture. This is a reference to the video game Dark Souls. Fact 51. Fans believe that Nijat's cyberpunk skin is a reference to the video game Jet Set Radio. Fact 52. Sylvanas' ability Nature's Grasp pulls enemy gods towards him. However, he cannot pull gods through Ymir's ice walls. Fact 53. Zhang Kui the Demon Queller, as his title suggests, smites demons. Because of this, it fits that demon catcher Zhang Kui makes references to the movie Ghostbusters. One of his taunts, "The immortal is toast," references the Ghostbusters line, "This chick is toast!" One of his jokes, when someone asks you if you're a god, you say yes, is also a Ghostbusters reference. Fact 54. Night Prowler Bastet is a skin that was removed from the game. Fans speculate that this was to prevent legal issues with DC Comics, as Night Prowler Bastet bared a striking resemblance to Catwoman. Fact 55. A model for an unreleased character, Yanlo Wang, was found by fans in 2012. There have been no updates on a release for him. Fact 56. Isis Scarlet Coven, a vampire-esque Isis skin, makes reference to the Twilight Saga. One of her jokes is, "At least I don't sparkle." Fact 57. There's a flag of the pantheon of whatever god you are playing behind your character on the Conquest map. Fact 58. Khepri does Jake's dance from Adventure Time in his victory screen animation. Fact 59. Neith does the caramel dancing, an anime dancing meme, in her victory screen. Fact 60. If you really wanted to, you could buy items while in the enemy team's fountain. Fact 61. You know you've made it as a pop star when you have a Smite skin made after you. Diva Aphrodite was modeled after Lady Gaga. Fact 62. You also know you've made it as a famous gamer when Smite make skins after your esports team. There are a number of gods that have team skins, such as Fnatic Anhur, Cloud9 Chalk, Team Solo Mid Sun Wukong, Titan Vulcan, and the upcoming Team Envious Mercury skin. Fact 63. Athena is classified as a Guardian. Guardians are tanks with high HP, defense, and crowd control abilities. Athena is the only female Guardian in Smite as of right now. Fact 64. Bellona is currently the only female warrior in Smite. Fact 65. Vamana is the least played god in Smite. Fact 66. Neith is the most played god in Smite. Fact 67. Sol is the second most played god in Smite. Fact 68. If you and another player were to cast Poseidon's Tidal Wave ability and Hercules' Earthbreaker ability on an opponent at the same time, the opponent will be thrown so far away that the game might glitch. Fact 69. Nemesis was originally a warrior but was reclassified to be an assassin in 2013. Fact 70. Similarly, Thor was originally a warrior before being reclassified as an assassin in 2013. Fact 71. Chunga's ultimate provides the longest stun in the game. It can stun for up to 5 seconds. Fact 72. Poseidon's ultimate features the sea monster Kraken. However, the Kraken is from Norse mythology, while Poseidon is from Greek mythology. Fact 73. This is probably for the sake of referencing Clash of the Titans, as Poseidon yelled, "Release the Kraken!" Fact 74. The pillar that Anhur makes when he's using shifting sands can block certain abilities like Hercules' ultimate. Fact 75. Little Mana Vamana carries a cell phone. The background of the cell phone is a picture of the original Kali. Fact 76. You can shoot towers through walls using Rama's astral arrows. Fact 77. Xbalanque was released on December 21st, 2012, which is when the world was supposed to end according to the Mayan calendar. Xbalanque is also the first god released for the Mayan pantheon. Fact 78. Fenrir's release was delayed for so long that there's an inside joke within the Smite community about how Fenrir is always going to be released or the next god. 79. Weakening Curse cancels out a portion of healing even when you're in the fountain. Fact 80. When Loki uses his ultimate on Mercury while Mercury is using his ultimate, Loki will follow him to his destination. Fact 81. If you are Xbalanque, you can dash out of Ares' ultimate. Fact 82. The legendary sword Excalibur can be seen in the Joust map. Fact 83. You can find Zeus sculpted onto one of the sculptures on the Order side of the Conquest map. Fact 84. A Praise Helix symbol can be found outside of the Conquest map. Praise Helix is a reference to the internet phenomenon Twitch plays Pokemon. Fact 85. Kawaii Pop Bastet does the dance from Carrie Pamu Pamu's Pon 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 in her victory dance. Fact 86. Hercules has a taunt specifically for Hades. You should have learned by now, Hades, which references their myth where Hercules defeats Hades. Fact 87. Sylvanas' victory screen dance is the same dance that Groot does at the end of Guardians of the Galaxy. Fact 88. Two Sylvanases will trade places if they pull each other at the exact same time. Fact 89. There are over 10 million total users on Smite. Fact 90. In comparison to Smite, League of Legends, the most popular MOBA in the world, has over 67 million users. Fact 91. Smite is currently ranked at 80 out of 100 on Metacritic. Fact 92. Smite received an 87.62% on GameRankings.com. Fact 93. GameSpot gives Smite an 8 out of 10. However, GameSpot players rank it higher at a 9.3. Fact 94. Hi-Rez Studios ran into some trouble with the Hindu community in the past. Kali, a highly revered deity in Hinduism, is included in Smite. Hi-Rez Studios was accused of depicting Kali in a pornographic light. Hi-Rez Studios proceeded to get into arguments with the president of Universal Society of Hinduism, stating that they would not back down and would continue to add more Hindu gods into the game. Fact 95. That being said, in December 2013, Kali received a remodeling in which her outfit was changed so that she was wearing less revealing armor. Fact 96. In 2013, Smite announced that it would be partnering with Tencent Holdings Limited. Tencent is known for leading League of Legends to success in the Chinese market. Tencent is also Asia's top internet company and the 4th largest gaming company in the world. Fact 97. In 2014, Hi-Rez Studios partnered with Level Up in order to bring Smite to Latin America. Level Up is a video game publisher in Brazil and Spanish-speaking Latin America. Fact 98. The first Smite World Championships were hosted in January 2015. It was held in Atlanta, Georgia. Fact 99. Teams from North America, South America, Europe, and China competed in the Smite World Championships. Fact 100. The championship game in the Smite World Championship was between Titan and Cognitive Prime, with Cognitive Prime winning the championship. Fact 101. The prize pool for Smite World Championship was $2.6 million. This is the 6th highest prize pool in esports tournament history, being behind 5 Dota 2 tournaments. Fact 102. Cognitive Prime of North America won $1.3 million for winning first place. Fact 103. After the Smite World Championships, the CEO of Hi-Rez stated that they would be capping the prize pool to $1 million for future tournaments. This is so that the prize money can be more equally spread out to a more even amount of players. Fact 104. In Smite esports events, participants in the crowd wave around yellow spirit sticks. Fact 105. 105. In the new arena map in the game, if you look closely at the crowds in the seats of the stadium, they are also waving around yellow spirit sticks. Fact 106. A new god from a new pantheon is currently in the works. Their file name refers to them as God 72, and they are confirmed to be a Japanese god. Users strongly believe that God 72 is Amaterasu, the Japanese sun goddess. Fact 107. This is not the first appearance that Amaterasu will make in a video game. Amaterasu is also the main protagonist in Okami, and takes the form of a white wolf. Thanks for watching Leaderboard's 107 facts you should know about Smite. My name is Weak3n. I am a professional Smite player. If you would like to see some more Smite content, you can find the link to my channel in the description below. If you like this one, perhaps you would like to see some of the other shows. And if there's any other games that you guys need covered, let us know in the comments.